Hi there. This is a video with step-by-step instructions on how to post your own articles onto WordPress for Wiley Student Speak. You can use this web address to log into your account, and you should receive credentials from our Wiley Student Speaks account via email. Be sure to check your spam and junk mail folders or contact Kelsey or Molly if you have trouble locating that email. You can reset your password, but you can also use the password that we sent to you, whatever you prefer. But once you log in, the first thing you're going to want to do is create a post. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. The first thing that you want to do is click Add New. And don't worry about scheduling this post. You're just going to be drafting it, and then the Wiley Student Speak staff will be scheduling it. So the only thing that you need to worry about is creating great content for us. So once you select the Add New Post, one thing that I like to do, just so I can keep a hold of my word count, is write my article in a separate Word document, or use Notepad or whatever you like, and then you can copy and paste it directly into this platform. You can also type it directly in here, whatever you prefer. So what you're going to do first is you can create a title for your article. And the title, we don't have a lot of specifications, but the first letter of every word must be capitalized. So if I'm going to write an article about WordPress, I can say how to use in your internship. So the thing that you want to know about titles of articles is that you want to keep it short and sweet. And if you're using quotations anywhere in your article, normally we would use the double quotation here. But since your article title is technically already a quoted phrase, if you want to use a quote within that quote, you would just use the single quotation mark. Okay, so once you have your title, the title of your article, then you want to start writing the body of your article. So you can type in whatever you like here. If you hit enter, it starts you into a new paragraph, and they're called blocks. And what you can do, since when you're writing these, they kind of tend to be squished together in the preview, is there are a bunch of different blocks that you can use. They'll show up here under the plus sign, and you can use a spacer to break up your paragraphs. What this does is just makes it look a little bit more spaced out and easier for the reader. And if you put a spacer here, you can always move it up or down to wherever you want it to be. There are a bunch of different kinds of blocks that you can add. So if you wanted to incorporate an image just to make your article look a little livelier, you can upload an image of your own. So say I wanted to, this one's about WordPress, I'll just put in a picture here, and it'll show up right there, and I can resize it to however I want it to be. I can add a caption if I wanted to. You could do anything you want. Another cool thing that you can do is you can add videos. So if I wanted to incorporate a video from YouTube, I could do that here, and I could search YouTube, and then I would go open up YouTube in a separate browser, and then I could type in WordPress for beginners if I wanted to show a quick 5-minute clip for that. So if I click into this video,
Hi, I'm Tyler, and in this video,
and I right click here, I can copy the video URL after my right click, and I can go back to my post and just paste that in here and embed. It should show you a preview right here of what it's going to look like within your post. And you can test run that to see if it works, but it always should. If you have trouble incorporating
Hi, I'm Tyler, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a WordPress website.
You could do what's called a custom HTML, and what that is just adding an extra block here, and then you could do custom HTML as an option, and you could copy and paste the embed code instead. So that's right here, and that just looks like this. So what we're doing is just copying the code in, and then if you want to see what the video looks like, you could preview it here, and then it should show the same thing. It's just a different way to incorporate YouTube videos into your post. Okay, so after you've created your post of 300 words or more, just a couple things that I want to talk about with the body of your post. If you have more than 300 words, you want to use some subheadings to break up your article a little bit, and what those look like are here. You could type in heading, and then you can say and then you could type in the rest of your paragraph here, like that. So that's a way to break up your post even more than just having the videos and your regular text. It makes it easier for people to read. Okay, so after you've added everything that you like, the next thing you're going to do is review with this application we have called Yoast, and this will help you with your search engine optimization. So the first thing we're going to do is find a focus key phrase we like. So since my article is about using WordPress in an internship, I think that WordPress would be a pretty good key phrase because I'm going to use it all throughout my article, and I'm also going to use it in the title of my article. And so now that we have our focus key phrase, the next thing you're going to do is see how it shows up in a Google search. So if I open up Google and I type in advice on how to use WordPress in my internship, we want this to be one of the first articles that shows up, right? So here's the title of my article as it would appear in Google or in any other search engine. And here are the 1 or 2 lines that describe the article and say, oh, that seems pretty relevant to what I'm looking for, so let me click on this. So you're going to edit that meta description here. And so I could write, and as you can see, the more that I write in here, this bar gets longer and longer. And right now it's orange because it's telling me that my meta description isn't long enough, but if I keep adding words, eventually it's going to turn green. So that shows me that it's the right length, it has the right level of detail, and if I wanted to add even more, eventually it's going to turn back to orange because it's too long. So you want to hit that sweet spot where it's not orange, but it's green instead. So the next thing that you can do is go down here to their comments, and they'll show you why or why not, why doesn't your SEO look good. So here are a couple things that they're criticizing. So they want me to use the key phrase in my introduction at the top paragraph. They know that I've used the key phrase before. They want to make sure that the article is long enough. So things like that are going to help you out. Making sure that this is easy for people to find who are looking for the article on the internet. Okay, so one thing that we want to do is make sure that our SEO is green at all times because that helps users find you. And then the next thing you want to look at is your readability. And readability is really looking over the body of your article, so anything below your title. And it's going to show you, did you use enough transition words? Did you use the right tense the whole time? Did you add enough subheadings? Are your paragraphs too long? Are your sentences too long or too short? And let me show you an example of a post where sometimes things will pop up because it's not showing me a whole lot here. So taking a look at this post written by 2 of our students, right here a couple things that they could improve on are adding some subheadings and adding transition words. And one of the nice things about this application is that it can show you in this little eyeball exactly where you can improve your text. So here it's saying that I'm using 12.5% of sentences with a passive voice. So if I click on this icon and I scroll back up, it'll show me exactly where I'm using the passive voice. And if I'm not exactly sure what that means, I can click on their tips, which open up into a separate page, and it will explain to me exactly what is the difference between passive and active voice. So this is just a tool that will help you become a better writer, as well as helping you create a better article for Wiley Student Speak. So once I've gotten both of these to green, or if I have my SEO green and my readability is orange, that's fine. The next thing I'm going to do is add some key tagging. So I'm going to click here onto post, And like I said before, you don't have to worry about when exactly your article will be published. The Student Speak team is going to work on scheduling for you, so you can leave this section alone. The one thing that you do want to double check is make sure that you're showing up as the author. So I'll select my name here. It'll show me what my readability and my SEO look like. And then the next thing I'm going to do is select a category. So I want to make sure that whatever my post is relating to fits into the right category. And it can fit into more than one category as well. So if my article is about how to use WordPress in my internship, I'm going to select the career category because it's helping me build up my career reputation and help me get a better job later on. So moving on to tagging, the next thing we're going to do is just find some keywords that will help readers find this article. So obviously I would make WordPress a tag. I could add internship here. I could add career building, whatever I think fits this article. You can add as many as you like. Try to pick the most relevant first. And then the next thing we want to do is choose a featured image. So we're going to set our featured image, and this is a post that, or this is an image that we can upload. It's an image that you can upload yourself if you'd like, or use a stock photo from one of the websites I mentioned before. If you're having trouble finding some stock photos, you can use a website called stocksnap.io, or there's one called pexels.com, or just ask one of the Wiley students staff to provide a link for you, and we'll help you find some stock photos if you don't have any that you want to add yourself. One thing you do want to add is some alt text. So you could say like picture of a gavel here. So then you can set your featured image here, and it will upload as the first image right below your title. So it'll show up right here. And if you want to see what your article looks like before you save the draft, you can preview it here, and it will pop up in a new tab. So once this loads, you can see here's the title of my article, here's the featured image that I wanted, and here's the body of my post. Here's the video that I incorporated, and then here are my headings. Here's my name because I'm the author, when I decided to post it, what category I chose, and any of the tags that I included. So if you review this, preview, and you think everything looks good, the next thing you can do is save your draft right up here. And then once that's done, we'll be able to see it as the Wiley Student Speak staff. And we'll let you know if we see any problems with it, but chances are if you followed the Yoast down here, followed their suggestions, and made sure everything looks good, then I don't think there should be a problem. If you have any questions or something isn't working for you, don't be afraid to send us an email. You can contact either Molly or myself, Kelsey, or any of the other Student Speak staff, and we can help you out. Let us know if you run into any issues or if you think I'm missing a crucial detail, and I can record this video again. But I can't wait to see what you guys post, so I'm excited to see that. Alright, thanks. Bye.